building the America West Arena at the time, and I was concentrating on programming, filling dates. And we were looking at all the various options, and I had seen some arena football on TV late at night, on some of the old channels. And I was intrigued by it. It seemed so exciting. There was a lot of energy in the building, etc. Coincidentally, then I was approached by the management of the league at the time, and the commissioner. He invited me to the Arena Bowl in Detroit. So Brian Colangelo, my son, we both went to Detroit and saw the championship game, and we saw the impact it had on the fans and how they reacted to the game and the activities. Afterwards, we met with their couple of different owners in the Arena Football League and the commissioner, and basically made a deal, for the team. They had a very high number in mind for the franchise, and I didn't necessarily agree with the number, but we did agree on a number, and so that's how it became a reality. First of all, we always knew and felt that football was a big sport here in Arizona. And so we anticipated there would be a good response. We didn't know how good a response, because it was going to take place during the off season, if you will. So the timing of the schedule was still to be, a question mark until we went through it. We hired Danny White, who was a big time favorite here in the community, and we were in the league, and the results were tremendous. We had great fan participation. In my mind, I think we sold out most all our games in that first year. And it was an exciting place to be. There was a cult following for arena football. Kurt Warner, by way of example, was playing in the league, I think even in that first year or soon thereafter, but a number of individuals who also played in the NFL, and some who were just shy of being NFL players. It was a great opportunity for them to continue with their football. So we won, a couple of championships pretty quick. They were exciting times. I remember winning our first championship in Orlando, and the celebration we had in Orlando, just our team, and it was a great moment, to be a champion. And then we came back a couple of years later and won again here in Phoenix in front of our fans. And, it was a great experience. I think we established something for the franchise, which continued. There's an appetite for the game because of the nature of the game, the excitement of the game. And so I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we brought it in. We were the first team to win a championship, in terms of our professional sports teams here in the community. And it was a great memory and a great thing to think back on. And it was pretty evident just by the response of the fans. They loved it. They enjoyed it. And it was really exciting. Sure glad we made that decision when we did. There was a lot of color. We had great colors, I thought, in terms of our uniforms and music and Fang. I mean, he became like a folk hero. The whole atmosphere was upbeat. The game itself was so dynamic. I mean, the scoring that took place and how quickly you had a chance to come back if you were down big time. So it was a unique twist on the game itself. You have to give credit to people who think outside the box. And so for the inventors of the game, of arena football, they were way ahead of their time. I think we gave our fans options. And so not everyone is a basketball fan or a football fan. But by giving them a menu of events and things to follow, you're going to touch a lot of people. But arena football had a built-in following. I think some other people were watching late-night arena football on cable TV like me, so there was some anticipation about the arrival of the team and the birth of the team. And, it was evident from day one, the crowds that we drew. And they were hooked. Once they were in the building, they loved it. Communities have to feel that you're committed to the community, that you're going to put a good product on the field, on the court, and that they trust you, that you're out there to win, and you want to do things to make them proud. So you build an organization that is really wired into the community and follow through on your commitments to the community. Put a great product on, as I said, on the court, field, or whatever, and win. It really helps to win because you could do a lot of things, and if you fall short, there's psychology about. Many books have been written about why do fans jump on the bandwagon when things are good, and why do they jump off the bandwagon when things are bad? Well, honestly, candidly, life could be pretty difficult for many people. So when they have an opportunity, they want to identify with the winner. Because I've heard directly from people, look, I don't want to bother with that. I have enough problems in my life. I don't want to be supportive of a loser. Give them a winner, and that changes everything. So I really believe that some of what we produced and offered to our community here with the various sports teams served as outlets for people. They identified with it. They were proud of the teams when they won. Obviously, you could have a successful franchise in a league that's struggling. And obviously, the original Arena Football League went through some periods of time where it was challenging. And it morphed into a different league. It morphed into still arena football, but it was on a different kind of a plane or level. And I would give great credit to the people who came in and bought the team and made it a winner, for sure. They've carried on with the tradition of the franchise going back to the birth of the franchise. I think they've done a great job. I've been here for a long time. When I got here in the late 60s from Chicago, there were 700,000 people in the Valley. Today there's 5 million people in the Valley. On one of my first press conferences, I made the following statement: this community owes us nothing. We have to earn the respect and support of the community by how we conduct ourselves. On the court, off the court, participating in the community, how can we make it a better place in which to live? I think the Rattlers have always participated on that level. They took that commitment and they ran with it from day one. And so as the market continues to grow, there's more opportunity to attract people to your product. And yes, it's a competitive marketplace, no question. I was committed to bringing all 4 major sports to Arizona. I wanted this to be a major league city, and we got there as one of only 11 cities at one time in football, basketball, hockey, baseball. And so there's more than enough to pull from. If everyone does their job in this competitive environment, I think you could build a very solid base. Season ticket base is really important. Television exposure is really important. Being involved in the community as a good citizen is very important. And affordable pricing. I think the future bodes well for this franchise because they've done things the right way for a long time. Be proud of what the past has done in terms of how the franchise has performed in the past. Be supportive of what they're doing in the present, and let's feel comfortable and confident that the league will continue to improve, get stronger, get better, and enjoy the moment.